Hello, folks. This is Real Honesty with Jonn Ritland. I'm Jonn Ritland, and returning is...
the Derbinator.
Fresh from his UK tour.
Well, what do we got over here? A couple traders?
We actually have Enzo getting kicked in the face
Yes.
hard. How was your UK tour?
Great.
Was it fun?
Oh, yes.
Yes. Good to have you back, Chris, but I mean, it's like, I'm glad that you got to go on vacation.
Yeah, it's good to be back.
And so, yes, no more of just dealing with me on the reviews. Now we go to Raw, Evansville, Indiana. I believe Jim Cornette referred to this as the armpit of the Louisville or the Memphis territory. It was Louisville or Memphis. It was one of the two. But anyway, boy, it was quite an eventful show. Actually, I mean, it had some issues like
The lack of women's coverage.
Yeah, the fact that they slammed all the women in one segment that lasted 5 minutes. But Reigns, trying to be a heel, look, it's about time that they embrace this. I mean, I don't know if they're saving Reigns.
I think it is sort of appropriate, too, though. Think about it.
Yeah.
He's won. All it takes is either one big win or one big loss to turn him heel.
Yeah.
And Samoa Joe is that catalyst.
He started it, and we know who's going to finish it, and we will get to that.
No, he's not finished with him yet.
He isn't finished with him yet. I do agree with you, and I mean it was different. It was different. You had some Samoan Joe versus Joe Samoan Man, who will face the Bork Laser at the Great Balls of Fire.
A Samoan Joe versus Samoa Joe in Joe Off.
It's like
we call it the J.O.
The big lumbering J-Off. Joe Off, god damn it. Anyway,
Yes.
it was... Joe should... the segment didn't help building Joe. I mean, it's like, and then Reigns Superman punches him. And and then Joe runs off from Joe. Rum, 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 rum. It was a fine opening segment, though, and apparently Reigns can just make himself the number one contender because he's Reigns.
Well, it works for Cena. Why not?
Ha ha ha. We will see him, or not see him, on July 4th. Hardy versus Gallows and Anderson. Well, it was decent, and Matt going a little more broken with the delete stuff and just having fun.
Yeah, I don't know if it's going a little more broken. It's just playing to the crowd's wants.
True. I mean,
and I'd like to see the full gimmick go through, but at this point, it's a matter of if they're going to try to evolve the role.
They're going to need to. For that stage, they're going to need to.
Yeah.
I mean, Matt and Jeff don't have a lot of time left. They can say what... I mean, and I'm not saying their lives. I'm saying their
The
wrestling
thing that they
lives.
should focus on maybe doing is creating a broken stable.
I like it.
All the horses would get out, but it would be very entertaining to watch. Matt, go catch them! Why are you chasing them? Wonderful!
Now I'm just picturing horses running out of the Hardys compound while Matt is like doing this while the horses run by and Jeff is trying to like swanton on the one of them.
Are you insane? Yes. Anyway.
So, Hardy's Gallows and Anderson, decent match. Hardy's win. Cool stuff. At least Jeff did not crack his back laying on the swanton. He needs to come up with another move. He's not 30 years old anymore. Mm-hmm. He's post-victory road Jeff Hardy. I'm going to bring that up because that took a lot out of him.
Oh, yes.
And if you guys want to hear my full opinion on what I think of Jeff Hardy's career, check out my top 40 least favorite wrestlers. Yeah, I get a lot of hate, but it's fun. Anyway, old school Goldust promo. Goldust. You.
Goldust promotion.
I mean, I guess we're gonna have Goldust versus Truth next week. About time. I'm surprised they didn't say this for Great Balls of Fire. That's right. I'm just going to say that name because it's so bad.
Their logo is a great big flying pair of balls.
It's Vince's grapefruits.
Just think about that for a moment. Now stop thinking about it. Why are you still thinking about it?
It's all I can think about now. Okay, we get Goldust versus Truth. Goldust has to win next week.
Yeah.
There's no reason for Truth to win. Give Goldust one last little push and let him retire by Mania 34 and let him go into the Hall of Fame at Mania 35. I'm all for it.
Oh, yeah.
Elias, with more S's than Swagger ever emphasized.
Say cracker.
Look,
You put a lisping cracker. That's hilarious.
Just because they're in Evansville does not mean we need to bring up the racial terms. I'm just saying. Anyway, Elias got called out by Finn Balor. I thought they were going to have Finn come out strumming like a guitar, like a shredded
like he's playing his theme.
He would have hit it under his jacket. Then, of course, he's showing off everything for all the ladies to drink in. Yeah. And then Balor versus Bo Dallas. It was fine. It was nice to see Bo Dallas back. That was cool. I like that.
And although admittedly I would have liked Bray Wyatt to intervene and bring him into it.
Yeah. Maybe they could lead to that sometime in the fall.
When his beard finally comes through.
Yeah, well, maybe in the Mania you could have the Hardys versus Bray and Bo.
But like I said on Twitter, the plot would be very... Well, I mean, the potential there would be very rotund.
Yes. God damn it, Chris. So much, the much rotunda phase. So
did you miss me?
Yeah, a lot of viewers did. Even though I did some good views, it's like the banter was
all
wonderful.
7 people who comment.
I mean, yeah, and some of them actually can spell. No, you're all cool. Just kidding. But Balor won. Then the WWE 2K18 ad, that was shit. I don't get it. Okay. You can dress up the same game you release every year all you want. It's still the same game.
Yeah.
And I don't care. Let's move on from that. The Graves Angle thing was weird, but had a payoff at the end. And then Seth with the WWE 2K18.
When you go for the right angle, you get a payoff, apparently.
Yes. We have to curb our enthusiasm here. So, wait, no. How would Kurt say WWE?
I think eyebrows make me look like a steampunk Groucho Marx.
You just need not a cigar, but you need something like that's like similar to the cigar for the gimmick. I mean,
right?
I mean, but how would Kurt say WWE 2K18?
Double E. 18.
Look, I like Seth. Seth is a really talented guy, and he seems likable and everything, despite the cheating on his wife. Him and Bray should have that feud. Him and Bray should have that feud to just see who cheats on who more. Seriously, who cheats on whose woman more? Unfaithfulness. It does the business good.
You know, I mean, you ask anyone from the South, people love their JoJo's.
I mean, yeah, they would. I'm not a fan of her, but I mean, at least that way. But I see why people are. I like that Seth did the WWE 2K18. I pulled an angle there. Ew.
Gross.
Oh, my neck.
With the plug there, and it was cool. Oh man, it wasn't the best thing to say.
That's an entirely different angle. Anyway, forward.
The Rollins promo, I mean, it was fine, but it seemed very cheesy, very, like, forced. And then, of course, Bray, it's the same promo each week. I mean, I like Bray. And then Bray gets surprised. Surprised.
Oh, no. People have caught on the lights on, lights off bullshit.
Yeah, and then Rollins dives.
Something new.
Something. Appear out of your lantern. That's how you do it. Wait,
like
what?
with a hologram or something.
Oh, God. Oh, no. Wait. Oh, Jesus.
Did you forget about that?
You know, it's funny where I thought about, oh God, I want to forget about it because it was such ass. Mm-hmm. And then the maggots on the ring. Anyway, Bray has lost a feud already. I mean, like, here's my thing. Bray is never going to be the character that he could be because you guys won't freaking push him for long.
Yeah.
I mean, it's ridiculous.
I want to root for the guy.
Yeah.
And I do.
And I root for him.
But you can't have someone be that kind of character and be an underdog unless you've got something in the works that will give it a whole new level of just pure freakiness.
And the House of Horrors match was not it.
No, it was not.
The dilapidated fridge. So, Elias versus Balor could be a fun feud. I'm actually for it. Yeah. I mean, Elias is good in the ring. He's not good on the mic. And Charlie looked good. That was good. I was happy to see Charlie. Yeah. I wanted to rest my head whenever I looked at it for some reason. Devon exists. We found a Devon sighting. With that gap in the teeth, how could you not see him? Mm-hmm. I mean, it's ridiculous. Tozawa versus TJP. That was good. Probably the best cruiserweight match Raw has had in a long time.
And it seems like using Titus O'Neil to run an actual promo on...
Hello?
Hold on.
Sorry,
Give
guys.
me light!
Yes, we are back with the light. What were you saying about Titus?
With Titus O'Neil finally cutting promos
Yeah.
that aren't awkward to watch. It seems like they could give Cruiserweight division a little bit more fuel to the fire.
Yeah. And
It's something that they desperately need.
because
Because all of the best promos are on 205 Live for 205 Live.
Yeah.
The shit that they've been doing between segments has been just the pure garbage of, all right, stand here, read the script, and we're good.
oh, you mean like what they do on SmackDown right before the main event?
Yeah.
Yeah. You mean the ass stuff?
Yeah.
Ass.
Like, I mean, you got very talented wrestlers there, and they could pull a very decent promo. And some very great promos.
Gallagher's entertaining.
I mean, just think about a person who's got the best video package. Whose package?
The best package, his package, Austin Aries.
Yes.
I agree with you, and they should do that better. And I mean, while I'm not the biggest fan of Titus, if he's going to be over the top annoying like this, but it gets people over, I'm all for it.
Oh, yeah.
I like it.
Apollo Crews hasn't really been given the opportunity that he needs.
Yeah.
And I think WWE is acknowledging that using Titus O'Neil as the mouthpiece for Apollo Crews, whether he likes it or not.
Yeah, right? I mean, pretty much. I agree with you, though.
And Akira Tozawa, he speaks much better English than Shinsuke Nakamura, but at the same time,
Nakamura.
you couldn't expect him to hold a long promo.
Nakamura has also all the charisma that The Rock doesn't currently have. That's a lot of charisma. There's a lot of charisma in the world, and those two guys have it.
Mm-hmm.
The most of it, at least.
Yeah.
Joe versus Joe, as I want to call it.
Mm-hmm.
That was good.
Jonn?
Yes. Samoan Jono. What?
What?
I don't know. I liked it. I thought it was good. I thought it was
Yep.
good pace. Reigns kind of being a bit of the heel there, even though Joe, Samoa Joe. God damn it, this is getting confusing to me now. Even though the talented Samoan yeah, that's right. That's how I'll call it.
And for those of you who do not know, Roman Reigns' real name is Joe.
Yeah.
He's also Samoan. And that is hilarious.
Yes. It's he's Joe Moen. You.
Samoan.
So it was a good
I'm
match.
sitting on my remote.
Yeah, it was a really damn good match. A damn good match. It was very.
Yeah.
Joe gained the win. Braun said the ambulance coming. Braun appearing. Thank God Braun is back. Braun is here to save Raw.
Guess who's back?
Back again. Braun is back, and he's not finished with you.
Yeah.
Yes.
Strowman versus Roman. Joe versus Joe.
Man,
Everyone want to fight the Bork Lefnar.
Bork laser beat up all men. Braun gave a huge pop though. Joe choking out Joe at the end. See, Reigns' vest.
Yeah.
Didn't save him there.
Right?
So, then Braun beats up Reigns and challenges him to an ambulance match at Great Balls of Fire. The Great Flaming Ambulance.
They had to mute the crowd because they were chanting, "One more time!"
And it didn't really work. I mean, Evansville is all white and everything, so I mean, they might have been just cheering for the fact it was a white guy beating up somebody. What?
Well, I mean, when you think wrestling and someone named Evan, you think of a white guy.
Yes. I believe you were born to make that joke.
Yes.
So, so that was good, and the ambulance match, I hope that Braun beats Reigns. Started where you anger Reigns to the point.
And you see, the promo that was at the end of the show should have taken place there.
Yes. And Joe versus...
And move that match and that promo to the end of the show.
Yes.
Both were good endings, but the return of Braun is the better of those two.
Much better. It was the pop that we needed, and Braun is here.
Notice me, senpai. Hire me.
You know what? Hire this guy. I mean, hire me for the wrestling notes. Hire this guy for the creative and the fact that, oh yeah, he can save Reigns.
Yes.
He can save him. Kind of like the end of I Am Legend, though nothing could save that movie.
Except using the actual ending.
That's a good point. Yeah, the actual ending. Miz and Maurice. Boy, that was a lot of massive clock wrapping. And Miz tripping over his huge clock. And,
Can you polish my big, long clock?
God damn it, Chris. Miz, Bo, and Axel. And for this, it gives them something to do. And,
Right.
of course, Bo shouting like Tozawa, so you called him.
Bozawa.
I mean, it fits.
Right? This shit writes itself.
Really does.
He was just sitting there going, ah, ah. I'm just thinking, oh, it's Bozawa.
I mean, nearly dropped my foe with that. I like it that they're trying to form some stables with Titus, trying to Titus brand Miz doing this. Give people something to do. If you got all this talent, use them.
Yeah.
Use them.
And I think this is appropriate because right now you've got too much talent, which is a weird thing to say, considering you have 3 hours to use it for. But the idea of stables is a good idea.
It makes people seem more important. You're not repeating the same things each week yet. I mean, they've been doing that. Sometimes this is one of those where they didn't repeat it as much, except the recaps. They could have because we all have ADD and we don't know what happened 5 minutes ago.
Yeah.
Then again, I have concussion, so I forget sometimes.
Huh?
Yes. Huh?
What?
But yes. What? Sheamus, Cesaro, Sheamus and Cesaro versus Cruz and Titus. Mm-hmm. It was okay. I mean, Sheamus and Cesaro gained the win. It's expected.
Yeah.
It was fine. It was fine. Joe and Lesnar video package. There weren't any women on the show until the very end when you had Sasha and Nia that ended after a minute. All the women run in. Less goofy Bayley. I like that. Mm-hmm. She didn't do nearly as much playing up, and she had a nice bounce to her step when she ran to the ring. She did. Bouncy. Bayley's hot. Can't help it. Who attacked Enzo? And Cass? Well, Graves reveals security footage.
Mm-hmm. Before that, Kurt Angle was going, let's get down to business. And my first thought was, to defeat the Huns.
And of course, I shared the song from Mulan.
Right.
But still, that was good.
Yes.
Wasn't Big Show, wasn't the Revival. It was Big Cass. I believe I called that when it first
happened.
Yes,
you did.
Did I?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
You called that. The second it happened, you're like, what if it was Cass?
It should have been. It's like, at this point, they've done everything they can with Enzo and Cass besides having to win tag titles in either NXT or on the main roster.
Right.
The act, in my opinion, has gotten stale. People can say that, they shouldn't have broken up so soon. People were getting tired of it.
Yeah.
It has nothing against Enzo.
And this is a good time to do it. You don't want to end it when people are tired of it.
Like the Shield. They ended that at the right time.
Yes.
Except it should have been Reigns that turned. But Cass running down Enzo brought a tear to a glass eye. Mm-hmm. And Cass kicking him. I like it.
I'm all out of love.
I'm so lost without you.
Right.
So, I will say B+ for Raw. I will say B+.
Why not higher?
Why not?
When you think about it.
I didn't like... Okay.
I mean, there was the lack of the women's coverage, certainly.
That's kind of why I'm knocking it down, and I didn't care for Seth's WWE 2K18 thing. And the Bray Seth thing was kind of eh. I'm doing B+ because while there's great potential... Braun brought it up a full grade.
Oh, yeah.
Because originally, if Braun had not returned, it would have been about a C+.
Yeah, I'd have to say it's on the cusp of being an A-.
It was very close.
I'd say B+.
Only because of the two things I mentioned.
Yeah.
I mean, it's like...
This was almost an extremely good show.
Yeah. But
there were improvements that could have been made. Timing of Braun's return should have been at the end of the show.
That's how you close it.
Mm-hmm. You could have cut a lot of time with the Enzo and casting by putting it in the middle and given more time for the women's match to evolve.
At least give it 7 minutes.
Because the women's deserve some damn respect.
After what you did at Money in the Bank.
That too, but just in general.
Right, but I mean, true. I mean, they do. The women really do, in spite of the fact that Dana Brooke still looks confused as hell.
Yeah.
I mean, she runs, and I thought her implants were going to pop out and hit the crowd to her right. What? I thought they were. But no, seriously, like you said, the women deserve respect. In spite of what I just said, completely disrespecting Dana Brooke. Which I never.
It's just part of your charm.
Yeah, let's go with charm. I will say B+. You will say B+.
Yeah.
They should have used the women better.
Yeah.
Honestly, give at least an extra 7 minutes to the women's segment. If you just had one women's segment, but you had that and you had run-ins, okay, it might have been silly, but that was like 5 minutes, and you crammed like about 15, 20 minutes worth of stuff in there.
Yeah.
This isn't the cruiserweight stuff from WCW Thunder, where they crammed all that. Oh God, Thunder. Anyway, that's
I mean,
ran
that was
for.
also back in the day where the women's division was completely disrespected.
They made Medusa the cruiserweight champion and a man beater. Anyway, so that's what we have to say. What do you have to say in the comments? Leave them here. I mean, you could put them on the carrier pigeon, but I don't think.
Yeah, you could. If you want to leave the comments, or if you want to tweet us on the Twitter handles down below, or hit subscribe. It's somewhere below John's crotch.
Touch my crotch, please. Anyway, moving on. So, from that, this has been Real Honesty with Jonn Ritland. I'm Jonn Ritland. That
is the Derbinator.
And we will be back tomorrow. Yes?
See you.
Sure.